So today, I would just like to talk about a few things that are on my mind, and I just probably like to read mostly from my journal, some things that I was thinking about and wrote down. I haven't really looked at it again, but it's just I kind of just go with the flow, write it down, and it is what it is. So I was just thinking it's a little bit more, of the feeling that I had with my spiritual experience, my journey, the experience that I had, and just thinking back how much of a feminine quality it really felt. I mean, it felt masculine too, but that was after. But it was a lot of feminine feeling of what I felt. Oh, I think it was something that I was probably missing for a long time. With all the anger and everything, it just clouded my mind. Didn't let me see clear. Wasn't able to focus. Yeah. So I just feel like detachment. That was a big thing for me. I don't think I ever learned how to detach. Total detachment. And I feel like you know the women they feel that, and I just don't know to what extent, but it's just like during birth, how they birth the child, the son, the daughter, for us, for a family. And they even birth children for other families. And it just seems like it just seemed very out of balance. My experience, felt like such a masculine world in a sense. It's the feeling that I had of everything, when I went through all this. I felt like it was this transformation. Like I said before, I think in some of my videos, it was more like a feeling of a transformation of masculine and feminine coming together, and intertwining and fusing and merging as one. Something I just don't thought maybe I was, in in touch with my emotions. Well, I shouldn't say that because I held a lot of emotions in. So it was a lot of emotions that I held in over through the years, many, many years until just not too long ago. So, so I was thinking, I'll just read a little bit. I was thinking, so we come from the mother, the father. We all take our first breath on earth. We know that. We're all aware of that. We're all aware of these things. We are all a mix of something, between the mother and the father. And what we believe in is what makes us individual. Why can't we respect each other's beliefs? Everybody has their certain belief. And it's like, I just feel that gets clouded. We're all trying to learn. We're in this world to learn. And what better than experience? Experience through other people. So, it's like trying to keep an open mind on everything, rather than thinking one thing. And we all suffer, we all cry, we all laugh equally, you know. So, and then I feel like, we all take our last breath, So to me, I feel like we're all equal, globally. It's not just here in the United States; it's global. that's on this earth. So I just kind of wrote a few things I just had on my mind. I think it was this morning, but I said this comes from my heart with love. And I talked about death. What what goes through our minds at the time of death? Wishing we had done this or that better? Why not prepare for our exit now? Why not tear down those walls now? Why wait until the time of death? They will be torn down at one point in our lifetime. Why wait to carry it to our next journey? Why not learn how to let it go now? Why not create your heaven on earth? Unconditional love, forgiveness, peace, compassion, truths. Why not live in harmony now? Why not start carrying that beautiful tune within us now? Why not learn how to remove your shadows, masks to see the real you, the self, your true being? Tear down those walls and let the unconscious see your conscious. That is the true you. Learn how to unite the ego and the soul now. Why not learn how to unite it now? Transform them, unite them, create peace, create harmony, create balance, adjust, adjust, adjust. Know your worth, see your reflection. Unite the mind and soul with the body, peace and harmony. Let go of your troubles and enjoy the now. Create the cosmic consciousness, the world's soul on this globe we call home. We call home. Stand proud, stand erect, align the spine with Mother Earth and Father Sky. Know yourself, for we are their children. And it was just some thoughts that I had this morning, and I think today I had a little bit of a breakthrough for me. Just thinking a little bit deeper, higher, and I wrote a few other things down too. So just kind of like to talk about it. So it felt like, I know I had mentioned, I did a few videos at the very beginning. I don't know, it was about 5-6 months ago, and how I felt like it all started where my cup was full. It was my son's graduation, and just everything was chaotic, and it was just beyond. I couldn't take anymore. And that next day, asking my wife, I could tell something was wrong, and she was very blue. So it was that started it all. It was the cup being full, which was 6/7/2019, and it's funny because if I do the math, 6, 7, and then 2019, which is 12, and 1 + 2 is 3. 6, 7, 3. That's my birth date, year, and day. And the next day is my superhero day. So it's the spiritual journey. I think it was the second one I did, and that was on 6/8/2019. And it's funny, it's really ironic, just because my wife's birthday is 6/8/68/3. We have the same month birthday in October. So it was just really kind of felt like synchronicity that this happened of all the times to let go of everything for me. Yeah, just yeah. So okay, here it goes. So I felt like on that day when I flew up to the sky, after asking my wife that question about why she was so blue, and I know I had said I'd seen all these smoky, it's like a stadium full. I was out in the stadium and I saw all these people all the way around, and I saw all these smoky ghosts. It was like gray and black all the way around, with these no eyes. It was just eye sockets, and their mouth was just hollow. It was open, and yeah, it kind of hit me today, just because it just I felt like I had a little bit of a deeper breakthrough. I didn't know. I was thinking, I just didn't know whose ghosts they were, I guess. But I feel like the breakthrough that I had today, I figured all my skeletons were released, all my masks were removed, all my demons, which I felt were within me. That's, it's putting it in that terms. They just left my body as I saw them, and they saw me as I skyrocketed up into the air, as I landed on one knee and one fist on the ground. And it was like I had gone up to receive this. I always say it's like Thor's hammer, this lightning bolt. And so as I landed on the ground, and all my emotional and physical pain had left my body, as I created this crater, this wave, this atomic bomb of a volcano. It was just a big old bowl all the way around, 360 degrees, and just as big indention is what I felt, and it just felt like a wave. And it was just like I said before, it's just this big giant had stepped off my chest or something, and I feel like it was all these skeletons that I had attached to me, all these masks, these even just little things, just masks on top of masks that I created, trying to please everyone else, and getting further and further away from my true self, my center, my soul, and not expressing, my anger, not letting those emotions go, created so much chaos within my body. Yeah, and I realized it was the feminine, my wife, her love and compassion of what made me vulnerable in that split second of why are you blue, and it felt like it was even so much more than that. It felt like it was this divine intervention. It felt like how they talk about, like, on through time, all these different divine feminines, like Sophia. Felt like Sophia. Felt like wisdom. Felt like the Shekinah. Felt like mitochondrial Eve. Felt so powerful. Queen of Heaven. I felt so much. It felt like they came to my aid. That's what it felt like. It felt like just a feminine quality. It felt like Shakti. Mother Earth. It felt like Mother Earth. It felt like so many different feminine qualities. I didn't write them all down, but I know it felt like a lot of them. It felt like so much. It felt like truth. It felt like truth had entered my body. Yeah. Felt like yin. It felt so many things. Like I said, it felt like masculine too, but it was after the fact of everything. But it felt a lot like a feminine quality, nature. Yeah. So I was thinking like a few other things, for our kids on our wedding day. We had some leather bracelets made, and our slogan was from 1 Corinthians 16:14, let all that you do be done in love. With our date, when we married, along with 2 infinity symbols. And it's funny because the infinity symbol was huge. That was big. I know I had mentioned it just felt like I was doing this figure 8 movement, perpendicular to my body as I was standing, and even in my shoulders it was rotation. It was an 8. It was just almost like I had these wings that were there at one time, and then they weren't. They were gone. I was wondering where they were. Yeah, it's just yeah. So the other thing is she got me a journal. On the front is a cross with ask, seek, and knock. I know now that's from Matthew 7:7. That's what I wrote my vows in, and it was these deeper meanings now. They mean so much more to me. She had a picture that says on the front when we got married, as people entered, a picture of us with a saying up top, and it says, I have found the one whom my soul loves. And I just never realized just how powerful words can be until now. So any words or thoughts that come from my mind and mouth, I try and be very mindful and conscious. It felt as if we had went to the ends of the earth for each other with no hesitation. We jumped off that ledge. Yeah, it felt like this test. It felt like we went to the ends of the earth. It just felt like we would do anything for each other, and I felt that feeling with my wife. I felt like we had been through so many. Felt like we had been through so many lives together. It was such a strong feeling. Yeah. Love, unconditional love and surrender. It's a big thing. Laying those walls down. I know it's hard. Our egos are very strong. Yeah, so that was it. Thank you.